Hello, everyone, and welcome to Economic Insights with Audrey Whittington and Danielle Hale, Chief Economist at Realtor.com. So today we're going to be talking about the housing market and sort of the trends of 2019. I think this is a really hot topic. I think people are wondering, where are we headed? You know where we've been? Where are we going?
Yeah, absolutely. What's going on right now?
Exactly.
So the way that we track this is by looking at our inventory data. It's the most current read on what's going on in the housing market. And what's going on right now is in some ways a continuation of what we saw at the end of 2018. Mm-hmm. So the biggest trend is more homes are available for sale.
Okay.
That's good news for buyers who have been grappling with years of not enough homes available for sale. But what's interesting, we're seeing that those new homes for sale concentrated in higher price points and pricey markets.
Oh, so that's interesting. So it really isn't across the whole pricing spectrum. So really it could be good for buyers sort of in, and where would you see that price cut? Maybe $500,000 and up or $200,000-300,000? I'm not sure where the cut is.
Yeah, so if we look at homes that are priced at $750,000 and above, for instance, those are increasing at a double-digit pace, like 11% gain year over year.
In terms of inventory?
Yeah, in terms of number of homes available for sale.
Okay.
On the flip side, if we're looking at homes under $200,000, those are still declining. So there are still fewer of those homes available for sale this year than last year.
So this really kind of, all the data then really keeps pointing to what you keep talking about, which is affordability, right? So more people are sort of orienting themselves to houses they can afford. And at the sort of upper echelons, maybe they're kind of pausing and holding a bit.
Yeah, sure. They're taking a little bit of a break as far as like assessing what they can afford, assessing where they want to be. There's not the same frenzy that there was before because we're starting to see more homes come available for sale. But I do think sales will continue in those price points. We've got mortgage rates that have, approached 5% by the end at the end of 2018, and they're now down under 4.5%.
Wow.
So it's a nice boost to the spring market.
Especially actually at the higher end home price homes, because every 0.25% makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the rest of the year. And I know you're going to look into your crystal ball and you're going to tell us exactly what we can expect.
Yeah, what does this mean? So I'll tell you one thing we're definitely looking at to see whether home sellers continue to be interested in listing their homes for sale, because it's a different market for sellers this spring. For the first time in many years, they've got to think about their competition.
Right.
So last year, it seemed like homes were selling so quickly. You were probably the only home listed for sale because your neighbor that listed for sale a week before you,
it's
their
gone
home
already.
sold.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. But this year, they'll have to think a little bit about competition, especially if they're listing in those higher price points, so above that $750,000 mark, or even maybe at a slightly lower price point in some markets. On the flip side, if you're selling an entry-level home, one that's priced under $200,000,
it'll go like that.
It'll go like that, absolutely. So depending on your price point, you'll have to think about competition or not. And then from the buyer's perspective, you will have to act quickly if you're still buying in that entry-level price point. But in the higher price points, you might be able to be a little bit more choosy. You might even be able to negotiate with sellers on price.
So it's starting to balance out a little bit. And then, of course, we've left out this whole big margin of $200,000 to $750,000. Any thoughts on sort of that market?
Yeah, it's sort of middle of the road. So we've actually started to see those those inventories increase slightly. Not as much as in the above $750,000 category, but that's why we're seeing inventories increase nationwide, because in the middle price chunk, we're starting to see more homes available for sale.
So we might see, and so in that price range, we might see a little more inventory as well. A little more competition, maybe not as much as on the high range and less than on the low range, but got it.
It's right in between.
All right, good. Well, now you know what's going to happen, and thank you for telling us. So thanks for joining us. This is Audrey Whittington and Danielle Hale with Economic Insights from Realtor.com, and we hope you'll check out some of our other videos. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like or subscribe to our channel for more real estate content.